Welcome to a Nitpicking Nerd, Yarok, the Desecrated deck tech.
In this video, we're going to be triggering everything twice.
I'm your host, Joe Cherries.
That must make me Beezy, because every Joe needs a Beezy. And we are the Nitpicking Nerds. And before we start, you should probably subscribe to us, because literally tomorrow, we are dropping a new video that is discussing our new Commander project.
Ooh, and you get to find out what it is.
Finally.
And besides, you'll want to be a subscriber because when triggered, our subscribers get triggered twice.
Disclaimer, our subscribers can't be triggered because they're awesome.
So let's hop into the deck.
Let's hop right into it. So
what is this deck even? What even is this?
this is a Sultai. His name's Yarok, and he really likes doubling triggers.
He really likes to be Panharmonicon.
Yeah, he's a Panharmonicon, but he doesn't just do it for artifacts and creatures. He does it for every single
the permanents.
All the permanents.
If a permanent entering the battlefield would cause an ability you control to trigger, it triggers an additional time.
Yep. So if an
One
opponent,
black, green, blue for a 3/3.
Yep. So if an opponent plays something that triggers something of yours, triggers it twice. Yarok's cool.
This deck is like the opposite of the deck we just built. I think that's perfect because we just built an insane Kaikar Storm deck if you want to check that out. But like this one is like the down to earth, salt of the earth magic player. Like, what is this, Johnny?
I would describe it
Timmy?
I would describe this as Earth.
Timmy deck? Johnny deck? Which one is
Timmy?
it?
Johnny combo player. Timmy power
It's
gamer.
both.
Oh, there
It's
is.
a Johnny Timmy mashup, and we had Spike in the other video.
Spike's not here.
Yes.
Spike's definitely
This
not
is
coming.
Johnny and Timmy's adopted son. The deck.
That deck. Start with our first category. Well, we're gonna be doubling triggers. We're gonna double some ramp. We're gonna double some card draw. So, start with some card draw spells. We get
Fibblethip, Elvish Visionary, Baleful Strix,
Coiling Oracle, and
Newcomer 2020.
Risen Reef. Whenever Risen Reef or another elemental enters the battlefield, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a land, put it in play. If not, draw a card.
Seems good.
It also
It's
says-
like the Thrasios Coiling Oracle text.
Yep, it's basically Coiling Oracles, but every time an elemental enters,
And there's 5 elementals in this deck, so like, boom.
and it's just
Boom.
they're coincidental elementals. None of them were like
No,
hey,
we just checked at the end, we're like, hey, how many do we have? Oh, we have 5, alright.
Yeah, like Shriek Maw. That's a cool one.
Yeah, Muldrifter, that's a cool one.
Yeah, it's just they're just in there. Avengers in the character, just an elemental.
What elves? 2 and a green for a 1/1. What enters you put a forest into play? You know the drill. What if you put 2 forests into play? Boom. Farhaven Elf, same thing, but they're tapped. And Newcomer, Springbloom Druid.
There's a 1/1 for 2 and a green. When it enters the battlefield, sacrifice a land, search your library for 2 basics, put them onto the battlefield tapped. And then,
Basics.
when you have your commander out, do it again.
Yeah, that's sweet.
So-
I mean, it's the same because you go up 2, but like that's awesome.
Yeah, just what is it? Strong. It's just
I would describe it as strong.
it is strong. Avatar of Growth. This one's a weird one.
Yes, it is. 4 green.
Thank you.
Basically, it costs 1 less for each opponent you have, so it's 3 mana for I think a 4/4. And when it enters, each player searches for 2 lands, 2 basics, and puts them in untapped.
Yeah.
So when it enters, 3 mana, each player searches for 4 basics right away and puts them in untapped.
Yeah, you're really gonna speed up the game. Like every single player is gonna be doing crazy things after
But
that.
you first, because he costs -1 mana.
He does cost -1 mana. He
That's a
puts-
ritual if you can stop your opponents from shuffling, which we certainly can't. We're not trying to do that, but if you want to do that,
Yeah,
I
you
kind of
can-
like this card.
Yeah, you can put in if you want to be cute, you can put in Ashiok and then put this card.
No, you can't. Their stuff has to make them shuffle. Search. Your stuff can still.
Oh,
Somebody tried that on me with a Field of Ruin. Nice try.
hashtag
Got him.
got him.
Okay. Sire of Stagnation is our next card draw. This card is awesome. It's 4 black, blue for a 5/7 Eldrazi. Devoid. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under an opponent's control, they have to exile the top 2 cards of their library, and you draw 2. So the exiling 4 isn't a big deal, but you get to draw 4. Nobody's going to play lands.
Yeah, you're gonna stop players. Whenever they play land, they're just gonna be giving you stuff. Well, they play a Fetchland.
And a lot of times they have to. It's like Ristic Study. It's like, oh, I really don't want to, but I need to develop my board.
Yeah, I can't just sit here and be stagnant.
Or I have an answer, but I need to play a land. It's like, well, now once you did that, I just drew 4. Do you really want to answer it now? That feels pretty bad.
Yeah, you just get the card. Oh, it's just must answer.
Oh my god. Wombo combo.
Go ahead.
Sire of Stagnation into the Avatar. You force them to get 2 lands. It's like, that's cool. If you guys don't want to get lands, that's cool. I'll just ramp myself by 4. And if you do, I'm going to draw like 16 cards.
How many cards is it? So 4, 12, 24 cards?
It's 8, 8, and 8. 24, yeah. I don't know how you got from whatever. 24 cards, normal combo, works every time.
Is it
We
24?
broke Modern, we broke EDH. That's really cool. It's almost as cool as the next category, which
It's
is
actually more
cool
than
as
that.
ETBs.
It's 48 cards.
How's it 48 cards?
It's 48 cards. So 12.
Oh, it's 4, yeah.
So 4 lands.
Take what I said and then use the word 48. This is the coolest enters the battlefield abilities now. If that wasn't cool enough, I don't know. That was pretty cool.
We did just make a sweet little combo.
That was oof, I feel pretty good right now. Yeah. All right, coolest ETBs. Newcomer, kinda Massacre Girl. She will give everything an initial -2/-2, and then whenever a creature dies, it gets -2/-2. It'll absolutely straight up kill everything.
Well, so it comes in the first time the first trigger goes off, and anything that dies will only get keep getting
-1s, and then like
if this
then another one goes off.
Yeah, and then
Everything's gonna die.
it says until end of turn, so both of them will trigger from then on. So
Now, let me tell you, everything will die.
Maybe.
Absolutely.
You
Absolutely. You can promise you right now.
You can't prove that.
A couple of landfalls. Tatyova, Benthic Druid. 5 mana for a 3/3. Whenever a land enters, you draw a card and gain a life.
Under your control.
Yeah, that's 2 life, 2 cards. Tireless Tracker, 2 clues whenever a land enters. Lotus Cobra, 2 mana whenever a land enters. This deck has 10 fetch lands in it.
Yes, this deck has maximized fetch lands for things like Lotus Cobra, Tireless Tracker, and Tatyova.
Oh, they're all insane.
And
what if you have all 3 of them out? You just that's your mana to crack every clue too. Like insanity. Insanity.
We have 2 Oaths in this deck. Oath of Nissa. So 1 mana. Look at the top 3.
Put a creature or land.
Put a creature or land or a planeswalker in your hands.
I promise you're going to hit. There are 50 creatures in this deck.
Oh yeah, there are 50 creatures in this deck. You're going to hit. Also.
And as a teaser, how many instants of sorceries are in this deck?
1.
Oh, interesting.
So there's 30, so you play the Oath. You're gonna hit. It's almost guaranteed.
It's literally 80% every card you see.
Yeah, because all the lands.
It's higher
than 80. It's like
85% to hit.
85%
each time.
Yeah, each one. So you'd have to I
don't know what the odds of not hitting are. That's got to be less than 1%.
So it's 15 is what 1 in 3 in 100. So 3 out of 100. 3 times 3.
Whatever that was. 3 in 100 times 3. So 3 million odds that you won't hit 3 lands. And note okay. Oath of Liliana is next. Each opponent sacrifices a creature. Cool. Each opponent sacrifices 2 creatures. And we have planeswalkers in this deck, so there's extra zombies floating around.
They're just floating.
Oh, and other cool ETB. It's not even on here. The little script we have. Yeah, we use this script. The land. Field of the Dead. I love Field of the Dead. Nobody else likes Field of the Dead.
That's cool.
It's a land enters tapped and adds waste, and whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, if you control 7 lands with different names, you get a 2/2 zombie.
You get 2/2 zombies.
Whenever any land enters, once you have 7, you get 2 2/2 zombies.
But
what if it's a fetch land?
But speaking of things not in the script, and speaking of lands not in the script, Bajuka Bog enters, exiles target player's graveyard and another target player's graveyard. That's so good.
So you can do that.
And you can do this if you really want to.
No. You gotta make squirt gun noises because then it's not lethal. No, that's gun noises. Put those away.
Okay.
It's a family show. Alright. There's a tiny +1/+1 counters theme in this deck. By tiny, I mean it's moderate. So why did I say tiny? But let's get into that.
So Crystalline Crawler in the deck. This guy is...
Come on. It's a staple.
4 mana, Converge. So for each 1 mana spent on it, it enters with a counter for each 1 color you have spent on it. You can spend 3 in this deck. That's because it's a 3-color deck. That's how it works.
What else does it do?
Remove 1 counter from it, add a mana of any color to your mana pool.
What else does it do?
And you tap it to put a +1/+1 counter on it.
And it's a 1/1.
And it's 1/1. Yes.
You just don't care about creatures' power and toughnesses.
His is almost irrelevant.
Well, if it was a 0/0, it'd be a lot more relevant.
That's true.
Champion of Lambholt. This is Little Beezy's favorite card. He tried to make it work in Standard. It did not work. It is a 1 green for a 1/1. Whenever a creature you control enters, you put a counter on it. That makes 2 counters with Yarok. And creatures you control Creatures with power less than Champion of Lambholt's power can't block anything you control.
So also, so like champion can make your whole team unblockable. Plus, champion with like a peer, you'll get 2 counters and you get 2 counters again.
So yeah, peer doubles it to 4. Peer, imagine a rascal, 1/1 for 3. Whenever a counter is placed on a thing, there's an extra counter.
Yeah, he's Hardened Scales. Hardened Scales also in the deck.
Also in the deck.
Deep Glow Skate. Now this is super cool.
Now we're getting into just pure nonsense.
With all these counter things, and there's a bunch. You play Deep Glow Skate, you get the trigger twice.
Double.
You double all your counters, then you double all your counters.
Quadruple. That's a lot for 5 mana.
That's a lot of counters.
This is the most idealistic deck tech we've ever done. You're always going to control your commander.
If you live in Magical Christmas Land, this deck is amazing.
Yeah, we just we rented a house just for this episode in Magical Christmas Land.
Yeah, we're in.
So we're staked out there right now.
That reason this deck's still good. It's not like this deck is bad or anything.
No, this deck's sweet.
This deck is still strong. It's just like it's funny that like sometimes if you're just not like we're always saying that it's gonna get double.
I mean, some of this has to be doubled, right? Like you only ever need half of it because all the cards are good by themselves.
Yeah, it's not like your commander's just always dying. It's not like you play it, it dies. You play it, it dies.
I mean,
you play it, it
even
dies.
if you do, you still get immediate stuff because we're doing all this. Other landfalls that now have something to do with counters. Evolution Sage is really good. We have planeswalkers in this deck. Just a couple though. Path of Discovery. That's like one of the nitpick. Like if this video gets remembered for anything, it's like Sire of Stagnation, Avatar combo, Path of Discovery, and the one sorcery in our deck.
No one sorcery deck.
Whatever that could be.
Read Path of Discovery.
Oh yeah, so it's 3 and a green. Whenever a creature you control enters the battlefield, it explores.
So you're just
That means look at the top card of your library. If it's a land, you draw it. If it's not a land, you can put it in the graveyard or on top, and the creature gets a +1/+1 counter.
Is it draw? I mean, it's not that it matters in
You
this
put
deck.
it in your hand, you draw a land. If it's a land, you draw it. That's shorthand.
Yeah. Well, I was just wondering. Well, because it does matter in a lot of instances of Magic. Putting it in your hand is better than drawing.
No. Okay.
Yes, putting a card in your hand is better than drawing a card.
It doesn't matter.
It's like
I'm saying no because I don't care.
Oh.
If that's what you mean. If that's what, like, yeah. Are we ready to win the game? Are they ready to hear us win the game?
yeah. Well, so let's tell them how to win the game.
Primal Surge.
Woo!
This is a Primal Surge deck. It's literally in the thumbnail and the title. You should have known this. How did this sneak up on you? This deck is awesome. And 10 mana, win the game. You literally flip every permanent over. Primal Surge.
Yep. There's no other instance in sorcery, so you cast it, you will flip over your whole deck. What's going to happen?
One of which being Jace, Wheeler of Mysteries.
So Jace Wielder Mysteries comes out. There's a bunch of triggers to draw cards in the stack at this point. You're just going to draw to win. And we were thinking, oh man.
What if your opponent kills Jace?
Yeah, what if your opponent kills Jace and you just lose the game? But no, you'll be fine most likely because you have all your creatures and Yawgmoth that's in the deck, so you can just sacrifice any one of those creatures to draw. And like you have so many creatures that you're going to always have a draw.
They can't stop that.
They won't be able to stop that.
Close.
It's like I was trying to think. They'd have to do something involved.
Split second.
With split second, they would have to cast like sudden spoilings.
Yep.
And then
kill Jace.
It's like that would get you.
Maybe. Probably. I don't know. There's other activated abilities, but we don't need to go into the minutia of counter wars that won't happen. The only counter war is going to be Jace with 4 loyalty counters, plus winning, and winning us the game.
Yeah. He doesn't need a +1.
Right.
He's never going to have
the battlefield, and then we win the game.
Yeah, he wins the game because there's a million other triggers. The odds that there's not another draw on your deck would be weird.
Yeah, that would be insane. Okay, that's the main thing. But also, did you know that Palinchron goes infinite by itself with Yarok?
Yeah, just Palinchron and
Palinchron 7 mana and untaps 7 lands, and you can pay 4 to bounce it. So it makes 14 by itself. And it only costs 4 to bounce, so like, you do the math. You do the math.
Yep, you go up 3 every single time you play it. It's just...
That's just GG. Well, it's infinite mana.
It's infinite mana.
You just need to do anything.
Yeah, it's infinite mana GG.
Right, infinite mana GG. Also infinite mana, Deadeye Navigator, Peregrine Drake. I mean, it's lame, but it's in here.
I mean, Peregrine Drake's just good.
Peregrine Drake makes 10 mana.
If you play your commander into Peregrine Drake, then you're going to have 10 mana on that turn.
Yeah,
that's just strong.
you know you can float 5 and then untap 5 and then float 5.
Yeah,
you don't have to like have 10 distinct lands.
It's like it's so good. Like having the 10 here is like it's just if you didn't ramp at all and then all of a sudden on turn 5 you just have 10 mana. That's pretty awesome. Like that's just strong. That's why the card stayed in the deck. We were like, well, we have Palinchron and Deadeye. Why do we also need? We have Palinchron and Deadeye, but do we need Peregrine Drake? It's like it's just good.
Think of it as a ramp card that also sometimes wins the game.
Also, yeah, exactly.
I'll take it.
It's a weirdly good ramp card.
It's pretty good. And we're not playing spells, so we need like extra ramp stuff.
Yeah, we can't play spells.
The final one, kind of just like 3 cards that are in the deck, and they go infinite. Peer or Hardened Scales, which we mentioned, put extra counters on when there's counters put on. Unspeakable Symbol, which was in our, this is just the ultimate shout out to our previous videos, because Unspeakable Symbol was in our +1/+1 counters video, Commander Quickie, if you haven't seen that. And it's pay 3 life, put a counter on something for a 3-mana enchantment. And we also have, not the YouTube channel, but the Magic card, Spike Feeder.
Yeah.
Which removes counter, gain 2 life.
Not the YouTube channel. Shoutouts to Jim. Because
and all all our fellow feeders out there.
We usually talk to Jim. That's why I said shout out to Jim.
Shout out to everyone. And we forgot to put you guys in the last counters video.
So you're here.
Yeah. We found another excuse to mention Spike Feeder.
I'll circle Jim.
Good. You do that. You do that. So Unspeakable Symbol, you pay 3 life, put 2 counters on Spike Feeder, remove them, gain 4. You now have infinite life, infinite counters on all your creatures, and it's probably GG.
And by probably it's like 9. Infinite life doesn't do that much, but infinite counters does a lot.
Now I don't know if you saw this coming, but there's one card in this awesome deck that we have now finished discussing that has an ETB ability, and a counters ability, and a card draw ability. And that would be Generous Patron. Special shoutouts to our 15 generous patrons who support this channel. You are the best card in this deck.
It's actually in the deck.
It actually is. It's really good.
We love you all. Thank you so much for supporting us. If you want, you're supporting us by watching our videos, subscribing, all that. But if you want to also send us money, head over to
mail us dollar bills. Is what we're saying.
Yeah, mail us dollar bills. Head over to patreon.com/user/nitpicking nerds.
Everything's there. You can see our aptly named bread-based tiers. We don't need to say anything more about that. And we will probably see you in the next video. Speaking of
bread-based tiers while we're here, might as well, let's rewind it. We'll do what Jim does. So, we're going to go back a little bit, and we're going to actually name a Gourmet Bagel, which is Palinchron. It's just not close.
Palinchron, best card in the deck. Gourmet Bagel.
Gourmet Bagel. Worth mentioning now. We're leaving now. We're leaving.
Now we're done.
Peace out, Tribe Scout.